Hi, I'm Ken Rutgers, Dr. Rutgers, and I'll be your instructor for Sociology 201 Introduction to Sociology. So welcome to week 0 or week 1 if you're a few days into the official term. We're going to obviously hold class on Zoom, and I just wanted to preempt that with a message to you and a little bit of a PowerPoint to kind of go over just a few points before we hit the first week. So let's take a look at the first week and see some of the finer points that we can make. Okay, so this is SOC 201, Introduction to Sociology, and this is a picture of the cover of the book. There's some options to this, but this is the current bookstore book that you can find in the bookstore order online. So this is an Introduction to Sociology. So it is introductory, right? It will cover a lot of different concepts and theories. And again, my name is Dr. Ken Rutgers. I have my PhD in sociology, although unlike most sociology instructors that have their PhDs, I have my undergrad in business and my MBA, a master's in business. So I got here in kind of a different way than most instructors. My cell phone is probably after email. Email is the best way to reach me through the COCC week email. But if you have like this emergency and you have to get a hold of me, you can text or call me at this number. That's my cell number. And but again, this is my preferred means of communication is the email address, and that's it right there. Office hours are posted on the syllabus, so you can find those on the syllabus. As far as course learning outcomes, pretty important, but I'll generally go over these now so we don't have to spend much time in class on the first week. Number 1, exhibit knowledge and understanding of societal structures. So social structures or societal structures and institutions. We'll talk about what those are. You don't have to know all this stuff now. And their relationships to power, privilege, and oppression. Okay. And then critically analyze and discuss sociological theories and concepts in small groups and large groups. So we'll do some, when we Zoom, we'll have small groups and we'll have large groups. I'll break some breakout sessions in our Zoom. Also examine and evaluate alternative perspectives. So alternative perspectives and opinions while challenging assumptions regarding social issues. So we all bring in our own perspectives and opinions. Our culture has perspectives and opinions. We have our assumptions. We have collective assumptions. We have personal assumptions. So we may spend some amount of our time in class challenging these assumptions and bring some of your observations of perspectives, bring your perspectives, bring your opinions, right? As long as you can support them. Right, that's my big thing is, and we can look at unsupported perspectives and opinions too, but if you bring your perspective and opinions, I'm going to ask you to support those, right? And I think that's important. So we'll talk more about that, but we'll take a look at those things and with respect in class, and then analyze the influence of individual values, beliefs, and traditions on the larger society. Okay, so we'll take a look at values, beliefs, and traditions or social norms, culture, right, basically, and its influence on the larger society. And finally, the 5th one is express interpretation and analysis of sociological principles through formal and informal writing. So we'll do some writing in class, and those are kind of the course learning outcomes, and that's what the class is then designed to point to or to get us to by the end of the term, right? As far as course materials, the textbook, okay, we showed that at the beginning on the first slide, The Real World, an introduction to sociology. And of course, this it's the 7th edition, but you can use the 6th edition or even the 5th edition, okay, if you want to buy used books, right? So we'll use this to some degree and kind of follow the outline and the progression of, for the most part, of the book, okay? I will have chapter PowerPoint lectures. There'll be YouTube links available. And there's a video resource that's listed on the syllabus that is an addition that you can go to. It's called Crash Course Sociology. They're like 8 to 10 minute clips, and usually 2 to 4 per chapter if you want to kind of dig into additional information. So you've got a lot of information, right? You have Zoom meetings, you have a textbook. I'll provide some additional maybe written material or chapters out of some other books for your, not assigned, but for your additional information. You have crash course videos, and of course, man, you know, lots of typing and internet access. Man, there's no reason not to go as far as you want in digging into the depths and breadth of sociology. Also, the technology and Zooming, I assume that because you signed up for a Zoom class, right, once a week, that you have a Zoom, my Zoom ID is the key to getting into the Zoom via the zoom.us. So that's how you log in, okay? Zooming best practices. Expectations are that you have the proper technology, we just talked about that, and technical knowledge to function well in the Zoom class. Some pretty basic stuff, right? Also that you find a quiet and safe location to Zoom from, right? So a protected area that you can stay engaged and not be a distraction to yourself or a distraction to your classmates. You know, that goes along the area of respect, right? Respect. And then show up on time, even 5 minutes early is okay. Okay, I'm gonna try and get on around 10 o'clock for a 10:30 class. And so I try to, as an example, so I try to get there anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes early, depending on when class starts, okay? So, but try to show up 5 minutes early instead of right on time or 30 seconds late, so we can get class going and engage the material. And then mute, make sure you mute when you're not talking. You can raise your hand, use the icons, you can chat, you know, and I'll try to be aware of that. So especially if we get a big class with lots of people. And then also let us see you live. Don't hide behind a picture or a placeholder or a black background with a white name tag, okay? Use, you know, be live and present. You know, there's lots of communication that goes on your face and expressions, right? Which is all part of really sociology, because we learn those those are part of socialization and part of society, right? We'll talk about that too in one of the chapters. So, but I want to see your face. Your students want to see your face. That goes along with respect. Now, if there's a technological reason, email me ASAP by the first week and let me know that for whatever reason, you know, you can't, you know, there's a reason that you can't do that. But I mean, you did sign up for a Zoom class, and you know, I just think that's part of what your classmates owe you and what you owe your classmates as far as respect. So, but you know, there are things that come up, so let me know if that's the case. And then respect your peers and your instructor, right? And you heard me already today use respect quite a bit of the time. So respect, 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 respect yourself, respect others, respect your instructor, right? Okay, and for me also, to respect myself and to respect you. Oh my gosh, that was a funky one. Okay, if there are any challenges to these expectations or best practices, please let me know ASAP, which I mentioned earlier as well. Okay, so that's Zooming best practices. Pretty common sense. Hope that makes sense. If you have any problems or challenges with these, let me know. And then finally, we will see you in Zoom class. And so that's kind of it. Let's see, stop share. Okay, so that's kind of it. Hope that that kind of at least gets you going down the road. The syllabus is posted. The Zoom is available, and we'll see you in Zoom on the first week of class. All right, we will talk to you on Zoom in class. See ya.